It does not matter how saturated our market is. It doesn't matter where your background is. It does not matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter where you are now. If God has called you to be in a certain space, in a certain place, and He wants to position you in a certain manner, know that it is for you and you are capable of doing it. If He's put it on you, there's a space for you. What's going on, y'all? My name is Brandon Joseph, and if you are a returning viewer, you already know what it is. I love y'all and welcome back. If you are a new viewer, hello, God bless you, and welcome to my channel where I touch on purpose, motivation, and faith. If you have not done so already, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone that you know or a loved one that can receive the message that you are about to receive. Now, this video is actually inspired by a comment that I received on one of my other social media platforms. Now, it wasn't the happiest comment. However, I did learn something from it, and I want to share with y'all what I learned and got from it. So this video, it may be a little controversial because I didn't get the chance to really go into detail, because the John would have took like 20 minutes. So please leave a comment, leave your opinions. I would love to read them and go through them, and hopefully y'all can inspire the next video so we can dive in deeper to this. So with all ado, let's get started. Yo, let me tell you something. They almost got me. They almost got me. There's this woman, and she commented on one of my social media posts. If y'all don't know, I'm an actor. Sometimes I do comedic posts. Sometimes there are thought-provoking, and sometimes there are simply posts, to relate to others. Skits and things of that nature. So I guess she didn't like the mixture of me doing that kind of content along with me doing previews of my YouTube where I'm touching on motivation, purpose, and faith. So long story short, what she said was, I came across your account and I thought you was gonna have some dope content. And then she stated, the thing is, I don't feel bad for you. I feel sorry for you because you're using God as a platform to get clout. She confused me a little bit. I had to sit with God for a second, and I'm like, yo, am I doing the right thing? Is this what you told me to do? And I started questioning myself for a second. And what's deep is that God checked me. My Father checked me. And basically what He was telling me was, you're not here on this earth to please others. You're doing what I called you to do. You know what I mean? And it's to a point where a lot of us, and this is not a pity party for me. This is not for me to, for y'all to comment, be like, Brandon, she's no good. She's wrong. F her. You're the man. That's not what I'm doing. I really want to use this as a teaching tool for not just myself, but for y'all as well. Because the thing is, I think we all go through these certain, we go through life. And a lot of times people try to put you in a box or try to hold you to a standard or try to hold you to a certain level of perfection that they themselves do not walk in. There are certain people in this world that they may judge you and they may criticize the things that you do, and it's to a point where they're judging you because they don't feel you should be doing X, Y, and Z. But the thing is, why do you hold other people to that standard and not hold yourself to that standard? I'm saying this because we're all human. We're all human. Therefore, we are all imperfect. There is one perfect person that has ever walked this earth, and that's Jesus. The Bible is full of people that God has used that were imperfect. There have been murderers, there have been liars, there have been prostitutes, they've been women that can't keep husbands, there have been alcoholics, there have been suicidal people. All these people in all their imperfections, all their different traits, God was able to use them for His perfect purpose. Now, I'm telling you this for a reason. What is the reason? Because I feel that many of us go through life trying to please other people. We are trying to please other imperfect people to be accepted in their eyes. There are people who keep us up at night and we're trying to say, okay, how can I make them happy? How can I make them like me? How can I make them not think that way about me? And we're not living life to please others. You know what I mean? We should be living a life to please God and to live our purpose. And the thing is, when you're living life the right way, people are not always going to like you. In fact, most people may hate you. because you're living at a certain level that they are not living, because you're living in your purpose, you're living in your truth. And the thing is, a lot of these people, they try to downplay what you're capable of doing. They may downplay who you are because of things that happened in your past, the life that you're living now, and they don't see what you're doing now as a place that you should be in order to get to where you're going. Because the people who are there, they're doing it this way, you should do it that way. I think the way you're doing it is the wrong way. It sounds stupid. They may say a lot of things to take you out of your purpose or knock you off track. And sometimes it's not even that's not their place, that's not their heart of doing it, but because their natural mind, their logical human brain trying to keep you safe or to try to protect you. But the thing is, when you walk with God, you walk on faith. And when you walk on faith, a lot of things are not logical. A lot of things are you jumping off the dang edge of a mountain and hoping that your parachute opens. You know what I mean? A lot of things that God will have you do, it's going to take faith. And the thing is, to the natural mind, they're going to be like,
the hell are you doing out here, Fred?
Like, yo, what the hell are you doing? That doesn't make any sense. But the thing is, for you to walk with God, that's what it takes. Because God will operate in your level of faith. The miraculous happens on the road less traveled. Faith is not only walking in the unfamiliar path, but it's also being obedient. God will tell you to do certain things. He may tell you to not do certain things, but those areas that he's telling you to do and not do is going to be the opposite of what logical people would tell you to do. So they're going to question, what the heck are you doing? And with that, people will question your path. But it's up to you to follow Christ, because we're not following man, we're following Christ. Why am I saying all of this? Because it does not matter how saturated a market is. It doesn't matter where your background is. It does not matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter where you are now. If God has called you to be in a certain space, in a certain place, and he wants to position you in a certain manner, know that it is for you and you are capable of doing it. If he's put it on you, there's a space for you. If he has put it on you, there is a space for you. And it's to a point where these people, these fleshy, these imperfect people, we get so caught up on what these people are saying and doing. But it's to a point where they don't know what's truly in you. They don't know the calling on your life. They don't know what you're capable of doing. They don't know the purpose as to why you were born, but God does. That's why it's important for us to sit with him and to check with him rather than checking with our best friend Pookie and Ray Ray or Sam and Thomas. I don't want to make it sound like just black people's names. I had to mix it up. But it doesn't matter what these other people are saying. When God calls you to do something, it is for you and it is in you. So I don't think that there is any stipulation to loving Christ, because if you love Christ, then you come under him, then you speak to him and you ask him how he wants you to live. Maybe you're not called to be that cookie cutter person. You're not called to be the perfect being that some people think you're supposed to be coming under Christ. Because the thing is, your imperfections give you the space. It positions you to touch others. So because your walk, you probably don't have to be in the pulpit ministering to people, but how you're probably called to a different mountain.
What the is he talking about?
If y'all do not know, there are 7 mountains of influence. The 7 mountains are religion, it is family, education, business, government, media, and arts and entertainment. When you come under God, he will show you where he wants to position you. It is not always about religion. A lot of people are so stuck on religion, but it's to a point where God wants to grow his people in these different areas of influence. We're not all called to be in the church. You know what I mean? Some people have multiple kingdoms to touch in. So I just want to make sure y'all all realize, like, when you come under Christ, it's not always about being in the church and being, you know what I mean? He needs his people to touch other areas in this world to uplift and strengthen the kingdom. But I simply just want to tell y'all, God has put it in you. It is for you. And don't let these people who are just like you judge you and take you out of your purpose. You check with God because he knows your purpose and he knows what you are called to do and he knows what he's put in you. Trust it. You got it. It's in you. Walk in it.